One of my favorite shows is coming back for season 2 with one of my favorite people. Folks, I'm talking about Judge Judy, so that means I'm totally talking about Judy Justice. Let's jump into my review of that right now. What's up, folks, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be jumping into a few episodes of season 2 of Judy Justice, returning to Freevee November 7th. So season 1 was on IMDb TV, which now has been rebranded to Freevee. 120 episodes is available for you to watch, and now season 2 is coming. I expect a lot of the same. I expect for us to get 120 episodes. And yes, if you did not know what happened to Judge Judy once she left the Viacom brand doing 25 seasons, yeah, she has thus got another check from Amazon, now rebranding her show to Judy Justice. And it is a lot of the same. I'll first off by saying that one of the biggest difference to me is I love Bailiff Bird. We all do. And the fact that he's not on Judy Justice, it definitely is super noticeable, and his presence is very much missed. But I do love that her granddaughter is there, and I think her granddaughter adds another layer of just I think she adds another layer of like authenticity, and I think she's like a set of consciousness for her, and I think that also just in terms of the respect and the educational aspect to this, because, you know, beyond somebody coming in there trying to sue somebody, I think we all are learning more about the law. And Judge Judy may be loud, she may have a lot of, like, you know, spontaneous energy at times. She could be calm, then she could just explode, but nonetheless, she's far from stupid. She says it all the time. And she's certainly educating the viewers here. Like, you're learning something each of these cases. That's why I love the show. Like, know your rights, you know, because people come in here and don't have anything to give in terms of defending themselves or even trying to sue somebody. But she makes sure that the viewers know what they're doing wrong and why this case is what it is and what she's going to rule. And I think having her granddaughter there, it's just another layer that just adds to everything that Judge Judy is doing. And you know, when we talk about when Judge Judy's ready to hang it up, which I don't think it's going to be ever, obviously this is going to be the second coming. So why not get trained by one of the greatest ever? You know what I mean? And I think that, like, her being there just adds another layer. So, like, yeah, we don't get Bird, but getting Sarah there, I totally like, and I love that difference. And yes, she will consult her in the middle of a case, and Sarah, you know, fresh out of law school, she knows her stuff. She's sharp, and she's gonna say, yeah, you know, checks out, or no, so yeah. But anyway, I checked out the first 2 episodes. The first episode is Dog Gone Wild, and the second episode is the pedestrian struck by a car. And I got to say that, again, it's a lot of the same when it comes to Judge Judy, you know, in terms of the production, in terms of how she handles herself. I think one thing may be different, and I need to check this between Judge Judy and Judy Justice. I think in Judge Judy, you can only sue for $5,000, but I think, and I know now you can sue up to $10,000, which I think makes all these cases hit different, because just like the first episode, a guy is suing a dog walker for $10,000 because of his injuries. You're like, whoa, that seems a little extra here, a little extreme, and Judge Judy agreed, you know, or should I say I agree with Judge Judy in this case. And it's an interesting case because this one definitely educates you on some things you may not know, such as being a dog walker, where you think like, hey, if I'm just walking the dog and something happens with the dog, hey, it's really not my fault because it's not my dog. That's not true, because you're taking custody and possession of the dog at the time, and so thus is your responsibility. So, you know, this case is interesting because the person suing, Judge Judy's a little bit on to him. She definitely has her questions about, why are you suing the dog walker? And I get the law, but you're suing a dog walker, and no matter whatever you may know, but just by assumption, you would think if somebody's walking a dog, they're trying to make a few extra dollars. You know, income may not be the highest, but, you know, you can only assume here. Why didn't you go after the owners? You know, the couple that owns the house and the dog, she definitely had her questions and suspicions. She definitely was diving into them, because this didn't seem just as, hey, I got hurt, I need to sue the person responsible. This came off as like, is this some type of vendetta, or is this something else that we don't know about? And she dives into that, you know. So this one definitely was very educational, because you learn more about the California law, and and the assumptions and how you think this case would have been handled is totally not the outcome. It's interesting. But the second episode, folks, the folks that want Judge Judy to be going off on people and yelling, yes, episode 2 got you. You got nothing to worry about there, because she lets this little girl have it. And I am not a person to really say this about people, but I will quote Judge Judy, and this young lady is stupid. And Judge Judy not only embarrasses her numerous times, but she also embarrasses herself, because like this young girl definitely just would not listen when Judge Judy's talking, and she's very adamant letting people know that she's not stupid, so don't try her. And this young girl just kept trying to try her, and the more and more she kept talking, the more and more she kept getting exposed for her stupidity in this case. And then I think the other side of the coin is the pedestrians that were hit, the elders, and the fact that, like, you know, when you think about this, like, oh, you know, if I got hit by a car, you know, I sustained some injuries and rehab, and then I'm back. But the older folks, you know, something like this, you know, older people die from falling down the steps. Getting hit by a car, it was exactly what you think it is. They barely survived. You know, the husband talked about how he wasn't sure was his wife going to make it. It's completely sad. They barely had anything to say in this case in terms of the reason why they were suing, because it was just all there. And the young girl just kept putting her foot in her mouth. She brought somebody that was with her that completely ratted her out. I mean, yeah, you're there to tell the truth, but man, she did not help her friend's case at all. And I think that, like, this was just an easy one for Judge Judy. She made this happen. Like, she just got it done in no time, because it just was, it was just that for her. And you know, this case, if you're looking for spicy Judge Judy, this was the one you wanted to watch. So, and Sarah Rose, her granddaughter, again, just, you know, letting her know that, hey, everything you're saying out there, I agree. So I do love that, you know, the moment at the end of each episode where they're all in the chambers and they're talking about the cases and whatnot, still educating the viewers about what happened, so that you don't come to court and you don't have a proper defense, or you don't know exactly what you need, the tools you need to be suing somebody, that they always have those little moments for you to kind of take in case you get into a situation. But yeah, it's still very much entertaining. But this one's kind of heartbreaking, because the poor young girl, she just didn't know no better. And then the elders who could have died, you know, you feel bad for them, but at the same time too, you know, you want justice to be served, and that's what Judge Judy gonna do at all times. So listen, if you have been a fan of Judge Judy, yes, you're excited, because Judy Justice season 2 is coming back November 7th. Don't know how many episodes, but I could assume if we did 120 the first season, we're back with another season to do just the same, because she gonna cash them checks one way or another. Folks, jump in the comments, let me know your excitement for the return of Judy Justice, and so on. But as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon. Big gold bell.